Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, my dear friends. Today we will understand a bull in a china shop. This is an idiom. We will understand it with many examples. So, my dear friends, let's start. A bull in a china shop, it means, if we can say in Hindi, it means anadi, or we can say लापरवाह. ऐसा व्यक्ति जो लापरवाह होता है, जो चीज़ों को तोड़ता है या फिर ठीक तरीके से नहीं करता, इट मीन्स अ बुल इन अ चाइना शॉप. सो माय डियर फ्रेंड, अ बुल इन अ चाइना शॉप, इट मीन्स इन इंग्लिश वी कैन से being extremely clumsy, reckless, or lacking fineness, in
a situation. In a situation that requires delicacy, and care. My dear friends, a bull in a china shop, it means being extremely clumsy, reckless, or lacking finesse in a situation that requires delicacy and care. Another meaning of a bull in a china shop, it means it is used to describe someone's behavior, when they are clumsy, reckless, or disruptive. In a setting that requires delicacy, or care. My dear friend, a bull in a china shop, it means it is used to describe someone's behavior when they are clumsy, reckless, disruptive in a setting that requires delicacy. Let's understand it with many examples, my dear friend. His attempts at diplomacy were about as subtle as a bull in a china shop. My dear friend, his attempts at diplomacy were about as subtle as a bull in a china shop. Let's understand it with another example. Tom's boisterous entrance at the quiet library was like a bull in a china shop. My dear friends, Tom's boisterous entrance at the quiet library was like a bull in a china shop. My dear friends, let's understand it with another example. During the poetry reading, his loud and disruptive comments were as daring as a bull in a china shop. My dear friend, during the poetry reading, his loud and disruptive comments were as daring as a bull in a china shop. Let's understand with another example. He was behaving like a bull in a china shop. Like a bull in a china shop, while trying to mismanage the new project. My dear friend, he was behaving like a bull in a china shop while trying to mismanage the new project. My dear friend, next we will understand with another example. With his carelessness. With his carelessness, he broke everything. He broke everything like a bull in a china shop. My dear friend, with his carelessness, he broke everything like a bull in a china shop. My dear friend, let's understand it with another example. Had an impact there like a bull in a china shop. Because of his attitude during the meeting. My dear friend, he had an impact there like a bull in a china shop because of his attitude during the meeting. Let's understand it with another example, my dear friend. When he hit the road with his new car, he was driving like a bull in a china shop. My dear friend, when he hit the road with his new car, he was driving like a bull in a china shop. Let's try to understand it with another example. The new employee handled customer complaints complains like a bull in a china shop. Often making matters worse. My dear friend, the new employee handled the customer complaints like a bull in a china shop, often making matters worse. Often making matters worse. My dear friend, we will discuss next example. When discussing politics with his family, he's like a bull in a china shop. In a china shop, always causing arguments. My dear friend, when discussing politics with his family, he's like a bull in a china shop, always causing arguments. My dear friend, let's try to understand this idiom with another example. His bluntness during sensitive conversation makes him come across as a bull in a china shop. My dear friend, his bluntness during sensitive conversation makes him come across as a bull in a china shop. My dear friend, let's try to understand it with another example. The comedian's jokes. The comedian jokes at the formal dinner were like a bull in a china shop. In a china shop. Embarrassing the host. My dear friend, the comedian's jokes at the formal dinner were like a bull in a china shop, embarrassing the host. My dear friends, let us understand this idiom with another example, my dear friend. Speaking loudly on the phone in the quiet library. Was like being a bull in a china shop. Yes, speaking loudly on the phone in the quiet library was like being a bull in a china shop. My dear friend, let's try to understand it with another example. When he was with the shy girl. My dear friend, when he was with the shy girl, his changing mood He's changing moods. Made him feel like a bull in a china shop. My dear friend, when he was with the shy girl, his changing moods made him feel like a bull in a china shop. My dear friend, why we are discussing so many examples, my dear friend? Because we have to use this idiom in a different way. So my dear friend, thank you very much